time of the end now. A lot of what our opponents are bringing up can be valid concerns, but I would also like to point on something that they said, which was something about Texas having lenient laws. But like my partner said, that sounds like the state's problem. If we were to do an outright ban, it's just considerably far more difficult than it would be to just have regulations, because the problem that our opponent had said was not that these people were owning exotic animals. It's just that they were allowed to own any and almost every kind of exotic animal, even those that are dangerous. And it's already been established exotic animals can be anything, and they're more than likely going to be harmless. They don't pose a lot of threat. They brought up that, hey, there can be rehabilitation for them, a year is more than enough. That's not true. It's been scientifically shown. It's a simple fact that if an animal is raised in a domesticated area, then it can't just adapt to being in wildlife again. And if you are talking about this kind of pet that more than likely was bred just to be that, we're just sending them to a death sentence. And my partner already brought up this point, but even if we send them to zoos, that's just going to cause an overpopulation problem. And now there's going to be new laws to be passed for these new kinds of problems. So it's either send these animals to these zoos all around, and then you're going to have problems with overpopulation, or they go to their natural habitat and then straight up die. That's not really something that sounds like a good alternative, either or. They brought up that exotic animals can be harmful to humans for health and injuries, but they said that sometimes these owners aren't doing the research. That's the problem with an owner. If you are getting injured, when you are buying these animals, you accept the fact that you're going to get injured. You're going to have to put in the research, you're going to have to put in the work, most especially if they are brutal or if they have any kind of poison or venom in them. That's simple facts. And even if someone is the most careful person in the world, accidents can still happen and they can still be injured by their pets. That is still something that can happen, regardless if you have a domesticated animal or an exotic animal. There is no qualified difference. Then our opponents are saying all these things that they're going to die in the market. And if we make it illegal, then it's going to be okay. That's not true. The point of an illegal market is that it's illegal. So even if we propose this law, you can't own an exotic pet, the illegal market is still not going to stop. They're still going to get these animals, and more than likely it's going to get more and more dangerous, causing to be deaths of this animal. And all in all, a lot of what they stated to be these problems don't really seem to be correlated to owning or having exotic pets in itself, and it just ignores the fact that people can be injured heavily by domesticated animals. For example, pit bulls. It's something that is going to be a major problem regardless. They bring up things like regulations, but no one is having a crocodile. They don't own all these exotic animals that could be proposed as dangerous. It's just not a realistic standard to hold. It's just very much because of the fact that exotic animals can be anything. What would probably be easier is regulation, but then again, when we think about what their proposal is, meant to show, it's not really as productive as they may think it is. Dogs tend to bite a lot, and it can be very much fatal. We have to think about what this implies, and for these reasons, we urge a vote in the negation. We ask you only to think about what we've said, as this will be our final turn speaking. Thank you.